So what is up, guys? Savage back, and I'm here for part 2 of my NFL playoff predictions for 2019. Now, I had to split this up into 2 parts just because I didn't want to make the other video too long, and I just decided it'd be a lot easier if I filmed this in 2 parts. So part 2 that I'm going to be so what I'm filming right now, it will not be as long as part 1 since I only have the conference championship round to go and the Super Bowl, which is only a total of 3 games. So yeah. Here we go. Now, if you haven't watched my original video, then go watch it because you will not understand this. So, make sure you go watch part 1, and if you don't, I'll just recap what happened. So, I predicted. So in the wild card round, it was. See, I've got my own bracket. So I predicted So when it was Bears versus Eagles, I predicted the Eagles. Cowboys versus Seahawks, I picked the Seahawks. Chargers versus Ravens, I picked the Chargers. Texans versus Colts, I picked the Texans. Texans and Patriots, I picked Texans. Chargers and Chiefs, I picked Chiefs. Eagles and Saints, I picked the Saints. And Seahawks and Rams, I picked the Rams. So yeah, that leaves you in the NFC Championship game with the Saints and the Rams, and that leaves the Chiefs and the Texans in the AFC Championship round. So let's get this started. Let's start off with the AFC Championship round in the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. I'll be recapping. So this match, this is going to be a high offensive match. Defense, I mean, there will be defense since Texans do have one of the best defenses in the league, and the Chiefs have possibly one of the worst. So when I think of this, it's Deshaun Watson versus Patrick Mahomes. Both were drafted in the first round last year. I don't remember where Patrick Mahomes went. I did know Deshaun Watson knows how to win. He led Clemson to a college title championship against Alabama Crimson Tide. So he knows how to lead them to a championship. Patrick Mahomes, he's been stellar all season. But this is going to be a tight match, but I think somehow the Chiefs will actually function on defense, and they're off to the Super Bowl. I think the Texans, it'll be a high offensive game, but somehow the Chiefs' defense pulls out for the first time. And now we move on to the New Orleans Saints and the LA Rams. And once again, I said this in the last video, I don't have any football helmets, so I basically have substitutes for that with my baseball helmets, just to substitute for NFL teams. So, yeah, Saints and Rams, they faced off this season in another offensive match, but of course the Saints pulled out because, well, they didn't choke on offense. I mean, they choked on defense at the end, but they kept it going. I mean, the Rams, they choked on defense big time. Gave up a field goal and then gave up a huge touchdown to Michael Thomas from a really dumb move by Marcus Peters. So once again, this is going to be a high offensive match. It'll be an offensive match. Defense will be a thing, but I think a big thing that does come into play is that the Saints are playing in the Dome. And they play way better in the Dome. So I'm going to be taking the Saints. They'll be going to the Super Bowl. Now, this Super Bowl will be taking place in Atlanta, Georgia, with the home of the Atlanta Falcons, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I think it's, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The Saints played there once this season, and they won it. They won that game. It was a very, very close game, but they won in overtime of 43 to, give me a second, my math. 43 to 37. So, once again, this is going to be another high offensive battle. It'll be the Saints versus the Chiefs. Now, like I said, the offense is going to be insane. Drew Brees and Patrick Mahomes will be throwing for yards like you've never seen before. But if I'm going to pick a winner in this, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints. They are going to win the Super Bowl. I think their defense will show up and stuff the Chiefs at the best possible time. Now, you could be saying, now, I am a Saints fan, so this is a little biased, but I do actually believe the Saints can win it this year. And they will win it this year. Drew Brees will get his second ring, also with his second Super Bowl MVP, and the Saints will win their second championship as Andy Reid. Well, he hasn't tasted the finals since the days of Donovan McNabb on the Eagles, and the last time Andy Reid was in a Super Bowl, he had Donovan McNabb, who threw 3 picks that day in a loss to the Patriots. So that is going to do it. And also I want to point out for the Saints is that In 2009, the season that they won the Super Bowl, that year they went 13-3. They lost to the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, and the Panthers. And then this year, they went 13-3. They lost to the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, and the Panthers. So, honestly, if it's that accurate, that's why Saints will win. History's going to repeat itself. But you know what? That is all my NFL predictions. Y'all, thank y'all for watching. If you haven't seen part 1, I mean, at this point, watch part 1, please. Just to make sure you get a better understanding of where I'm coming from and why I made these predictions. Make sure you also check out my MLB predictions and my NFL 2018 Week 17 predictions. Make sure to also like and subscribe. And make sure to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at SuitabSavage. Hey, thank you all for watching. Have a great day.